So now we're going to shift again to the customer and understand how the customer decides what to buy. So you as a customer, you make decisions every day and multiple times a day, right? Now everybody's at home, their decisions are online, right? Clicking, clicking, clicking. But we used to go to stores, right? Remember that time. So we're making decisions all the time, right? So we know that a company decides to be good at something, right? Define their strategy, be good at cost, flexibility, whatever it is, right? We know that companies use operations, we use the resources and the process steps to actually create the product or the service to the customer and put it available. And they do that in a way, kind of align their decisions in a way that give that capability, so the cost or quality or customization, whatever they decided to compete with, right? And now the product is available. So let's look at the customer side, how we as customers decide how and what to purchase, right? And again, we're not going to go in depth. That's a marketing thing. We're going to leave to marketing specialists to do that. We're going to talk simply about what we call order winners and qualifiers. Okay, so basically, every decision that we make, we think about the products that or services that are going to give us what we want, right? So we're going to do an example in class, but just kind of an overview here, right? So when imagine that we're, at the Moore School now and want to buy something, right? Let's say we want to have lunch, okay? So what are the options to have lunch, right? What are the places that we can choose to have lunch in Colombia, right? So we'll probably have hundreds of places, not thousands of places, because Colombia is not that big, right? But we wish. But you have 100 places that you can eat in Colombia. But if you're at the business school, you're not going to think about all the possibilities. You're going to think of things that are close by, right? So what are the 5-minute walking distance from the business school options to have lunch? Yeah, so let's use a little bit of technology, all right, since we have available. And I Google lunch, and these are things that show up, right? So apparently, I have all these options, and the first thing I'm going to do is okay, let's look at only here because I don't want to get in my car. I'm in a walking distance, 5 minutes, right? And this is the options in a walking distance, 5 minutes. So this is what we're going to call order qualifiers. Okay, so order qualifiers is kind of the first limitation, first selected few that I will uh, still consider in my criteria. Okay, so usually we have a first criteria that we use, and we select a a few number of 5, 10 different options, right? It depends on the product, right? So I know that I can go to Global Cafe, this 1801 grill, smoothie, tropical smoothie, Moe's Southwest, and Firehouse Subs, and all that, right? Let's assume that they're all open, or Wendy's, right? Wendy's and Subway, right? So I have all these options available, and I only have these few 8 because of the order qualifier. So order qualifiers limit the number of possibilities to a manageable number of different options. Okay. Then comes the second layer, which is the order winner. So I have to apply now, I can't go to the 10 of them, have 10 lunches, right? I have to apply another criteria, right? And that criteria, we're going to call it order winner. Okay, order winner is the criteria that you use to select exactly what you're going to buy. And there's always one that is best in something, right? So I don't know you guys yet. I don't know what style you are for eating food, right? But let's say that I want to have, don't want to spend money. So I want the cheapest solution. Okay? What do you guys think is the cheapest solution? Of course, not having lunch probably is the cheapest solution. But if I'm still hungry, I would say that Subway is the cheapest solution, I think. Okay, not sure. Okay, uh, and so that will be my order winner. Oh, I want 5 minutes, the cheapest, right? So 5 minutes, limit to 10, cheapest. I chose Subway. Okay, and Subway, if you think about, is actually doing all they can to have a low cost product, right? So they select the purchase things in order to pay less for their material. It's not a high quality product. It's good. I eat. Well, I used to eat Subway a lot. Uh, it's fast, right? So they're within the 5 minutes range and 30 minutes or 20 minutes lunch criteria that you have in your mind. And they are small, so they can have in a don't pay too much rent. So it's not like a Wendy's, for example, is just nearby, but they have to have a kitchen and with a bunch of stuff, and they have to be bigger. They have to pay more rent, so the product will be more expensive. Subway say, no, I'm going to be a small store, inside a gas station. So I'm not going to cook things there. They're just going to heat things. They have a very, very small kitchen, and basically everything is pre-cutted, pre-made, pre-everything in big batches and send it to those stores. So they created a low cost. And then when you want to go there, you know that's a low cost, right? So everything aligns is then we have a sale. So when the competitive capability of cost aligns with your order winner, okay, when that happens is when you have the match, right? When you flip to the right side, right? Which I'm too old to know if you have to flip to the right side or to the left side to do the match in your, apps and stuff there. I'm too old to know about apps. I didn't use apps. There was no apps in my time. So anyway, when you do the match is when you make a sale, right? In the same situation, my order winner could be I want to treat myself today. I want to go to a fancy place, right? So which one would I go to? A fancy place? Maybe you guys don't know about the 1801 is a stylish tavern. I love this descriptions there. Stylish tavern with farm to table dishes, right? So this looks like it is expensive, right? And it is. I've been there. Well, more expensive than Subway. It's not very expensive, but it's like a proper meal in a kind of fine, nice restaurant, right? So this is the one that's going to be more expensive. So as I want to treat myself, I go to this one, and they did all they could to make sure that it's nice and it's clean and it's look good and it's natural and it's all blah 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 that you want when you want to treat yourself, right? Another example here is no, I'm on a healthy kind of phase in my life. I want to be all healthy and do the right thing and blah blah blah. So which one would you go? Well, then the decision will probably lead to Tropico Smoothie Cafe, which is very good and I like it very much. And it's more like a healthy kind of chain where it's bright, airly chain for smoothie and wraps. So it's all kind of a different kind of environment, situation, service, and product for you. And they did the best they can purchased, I don't know, probably they purchased their uh, uh, products from farms that grow with no GMO and social responsibility and climate responsibility and all that mumbo jumbo that people like when they're looking for these places. So that's what makes them different than all the others. Okay, so you can have different criteria, and every time you can have a different decisions. But it's basically these two steps, right? First step being the order qualifiers, would select the group of few. The second is the order winner, which select the one because it's the best in something, and that something was created by the competitive capabilities.